It's amazing today on May the 13th how a Tanzanian quote came to my phone because I have a thing of Tanzanian or Swahili proverbs and it says no tolerance. Today being May the 13th, so I don't know what that's all about, but I'm getting sick of this digital paradigm with the possibility of your devices being reached into. So you can tell when someone does not have any money or anything to offer, or you cannot be used, especially financially, and meaning the only calls to you would be the only calls would be I miss you, and all that. And can you send some money? Can you send some money? Can you send some money? But when you show that you're not able to perform, then the person doesn't call you anymore. The reciprocal behavior. How are you doing? Are you feeling okay? This is what my mother was teaching me this morning in the conversation, that you could tell the development of love. Aside from the men craving the physical, he always wants the woman's physical and access to her body and physiology. But you could tell the mutual affection is there even by telephone calls. Are you okay? Do you need anything? Almost like a female that you're attracted to, but who's also your friend, which is a real combination. Are you okay? Can you do anything? Can you find, which you'll find among men, which is called in contemporary time bromance. They're starting to call it bromance because it's a men type of affection or caring for each other, bordering short of an erotic or amorous relationship, but a deep caring as if you were blood. Can I do anything for you? Are you right, brother? This kind of stuff, which we in my group haven't displayed for a long time. We were conditioned out of that. So one of the things you could see this cheaper phone, which was given to me by an Icelandic brother, and you see there's no envelope on it. That means there's no messages in there. And it's been like that for days. Afterwards, me being from the U.S. and initially coming here and always being asked to go somewhere, but by only certain core members of the Muslim community, that means that sort of affection or interest or, how should I say, novelty of me being here and being from the U.S., it's worn off. You're now considered to be a problem because you don't have any money, you don't have my own money, don't have my own food, I can't even feed myself. I'm going to the local Christian kitchen, which is called Samyup, because the Muslim community overwhelmingly have decided that I'm just a waste of time, not having any money of my own. So that being said, I thought about that when you think about nikah, but it's difficult to foster a relationship of nikah when you're starting from a point of weakness as a man, because a woman feels aroused by a man who's coming from a point of strength, meaning financial strength. Has the money, it feels aroused because she sees I can finally sleep, I can rest, I can eat the way I can be comfortable with this man's money. But then I make the supposition, what if you have a law intelligence apparatus or a nation state that attacks the man? See, all of these business cards, these things of people that I met. So I should separate the cards. What I'm going to do is from people that I met as opposed to aspirations that I had. And I will pick up a business card for aspirations and then people I actually met. I'm going to separate them today. And then I'm going to start taking images of them and ripping up and throwing away the cards. I got a good place to do that too, which is a library, the school library, the university. Young man already, he was tired, so I left the room a while ago and tried to sit here in the toilet since it was quiet without the possibility of being interrupted. Started going through contacts and things that I want, people that I possibly wanted to contact in the Persian Gulf. There are people that have access to the Persian Gulf, but like I said, I'm auguring that there were photos of myself that were lewd, L-E-W-D, and those photos were shown that this is a nasty person. They were shown to people that were in ability Muslims that were helping to say, see, this is a no good Muslim. He doesn't deserve any help. But the real reason, or motivation or animus for that was the anti-nigger, the anti-Afro vibration, and I fell right into it. I gave them everything that they needed to be able to do that. So a lot of this is my own fault for not having strict Sharia compliant behavior But if I had really been squeaky clean anyway, I don't know, man. I have even questions about destiny itself, man. Yeah, the way people manipulate what money. I'm coming down to one of the core issues of the demon, of the archidemon, what you call the devil, the Satan, the shaitan, is the manipulation of money, usury, interest, riba, and the withholding, or the withholding capriciously and whimsically, arbitrarily withholding, the hoarding of money and the dispensation of it. As a financial guy named Max Kaiser mentioned one time about imams and mullahs dispensing the money individually to families and different women or people they may feel appeal to, or ethnicity, relatives, or whatever, as they see fit. As they see fit. The distribution of what was called the Beit al-Mal or Zakat, no longer. It's disparate, it's fractured, it's broken. Meaning no Muslim has a claim or a right to not only sadaqah, but to a qard al-Hasan. It's called a qard al-Hasan. We no longer have any claims to a qard al-Hasan because there's no Beit al-Mal. So this is one of the reasons why I probably am heavily brutalized, brutality, brutally attacked and disparaged because I have some sexual things, like I said, which was used in the Singapore expulsion of myself in October 2009, which I shouldn't have been involved in, but I was, of a photographic or a personal, which is basically what you consider haram. But I was in like a beast or a Haywan in heat because I was never allowed to marry. I was never allowed to nikah and to be put in the position to be able to nikah. Unlike many white Muslims, Euro ethnic converts, they were always settled and set by various ethnic groups into a position of comfort to be able to mount a woman, to be able to marry and even offered, women, even some of the better ones, no matter what the guy was before. But with me and people of our similar ethnic background, we were always deeply scrutinized as to what we were before Islam and during Islam. Deeply scrutinized and still never offered proper marriage or the facilitation of marriage, the establishment of a marital foundation or fortification of a relationship. Very important. And it hurts me when I see a lot of weaker, more dysfunctional. I see guys, like I say, even with physiological deformities, behavioral deformities, they're, and dysfunctions, and they are married men. They're allowed to be married men, but they are of a lighter skin hue, or if they're African, they're usually Nigerian, and they are protected by tribal ethnic family links, and so on and so forth, as well. As opposed to the Afro-American convert, Muslim convert, we're not protected.